Hello everyone, welcome back if you've watched any of my other videos. It's been like 6 months, I think, since I've filmed anything. I got really busy with school and the semester was just kind of crazy, and now the summer's almost over. Let's see, today's July 31st. Oh my gosh, there's a huge squirrel on the tree outside. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, it's July 31st. This is not my house, by the way. I'm moving into my new apartment next week. But I've been staying here for the past few weeks because I've been working up here and I need a place to stay and no one else is here. So, well, that's not true. But anyway, I've been staying up here and he's coming back tomorrow, actually. We've been doing long distance all summer. I've only seen him once this summer. So I'm really excited about that. But this squirrel is cracking me up. I'm sorry. I think we're making eye contact. I have some free time today. I have to go to work at noon, and I did my makeup yesterday and I really liked how it turned out, and I feel like it's really perfect for like summer, like everyday makeup if you want to do like a little bit more makeup than like, you know, just like no makeup. But yeah, I wanted to just record me doing that, so that's what we're doing. So I already rinsed off my face and put on my moisturizer. I just use like Cetaphil facial moisturizer and it has sunscreen in it. And that's kind of it for my skincare. I keep it really simple, and at night is when I do more steps. I'm gonna get my coffee real quick, actually. Okay, so first, headband that makes my ears poke out. And then my cute makeup bag I need to like find and reuse because I've just been using this one and it's really not cute, but I mean, I do kind of like that it's clear and you can see, or used to be clear anyway. But anyway, so what I really like to do, what helps me in the morning, is kind of just like line up all my products that I'm going to use instead of like spending half my time fishing through the bag of makeup. It just really helps speed up the whole process. So I'm just going to take everything out real quick. And this is like my super quick makeup I do like in the morning before work, because my schedule's kind of funky. Like some days I'm doing 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and some days, like today, I'm doing noon to 5. It really just depends on how busy they actually are up there. So it's kind of nice, like it minimizes the amount of time I'm just sitting there doing nothing, which is kind of nice. But anyway, so first I use my e.l.f. brow lift, and my spoolie broke, so I need to get a new one. I ordered a bunch of brushes from the TikTok shop and shockingly, they broke. I don't usually sit right here and do my makeup, but the lighting is way better right here because you can see the bathroom lighting is just not the best. But that's all I do for brows, super quick. This concealer I picked up with my mom a few months ago and I really like it. It's the L'Oreal, it's the L'Oreal Infallible, and the coverage is just really good, and this shade works really well for me, which I feel like it's hard to find a good shade match at the drugstore, because like I picked this one up and on the first try like it matched, which I feel like never happens. But I'll just put the concealer under my eyes just to brighten and cover up my little red vein things, or blood vessel things, and then the spot on my cheek, and that's kind of it. And from there I'll take my finger and just kind of blend it in a little. I like doing this just because it gives me a little more control of where the product goes, because sometimes with a brush it can go all over the place a little bit. And then I'll take this brush and I'll use one of these sides, usually the bigger side for more of my face area. And just blend it in. The smaller side for under my eyes. This just really presses all the product in. Makes it nice and seamless. And that color is so good. Like, you can't really even tell where it is on my face, which is, I mean, how it's supposed to be. But I feel like I have such a hard time with, or used to have such a hard time finding a really perfect shade. So if you feel like your concealer isn't a great shade, check out this shade range. I feel like it's pretty good. So that's all blended in. Next is blush. I like to do all the cream, or this isn't really cream, but wet products first. I use this Morphe Perk Up Cheek and Lip Color stick. The color is Pink Me Up. I like this because it's super buildable and you have a lot of control with the stick, which is nice. So I'll just do right at the tops of my cheeks and a little on my nose because it's summertime, and I went to give the illusion that I've been going outside, even though it's not been the case. So I'll tap it in with my fingers, kind of just these two, and I'll kind of blend it with the brush. And as you can see, like, it's very sheer, so sometimes I'll go in and add a little bit more. I think almost all the products in this video are drugstore, by the way, because I just can't justify paying for super expensive products when these work just as well, in my opinion. Maybe when I have more disposable income, I won't feel that way, but as of right now, this is very budget friendly. So there we go. And before I set my powder, I like to go in with my bronzer because I feel like it sticks better when my skin's still a little bit like dewy, I guess. And this bronzer is so cheap. It's just the Rimmel London. I didn't even realize they were still in business when I went to buy this. I've gone through it pretty quickly. It's the Sun Bronze in shade 22. I really like this bronzer. It's quite dusty, but it's so cheap. I love it. And I feel like it stays on for a good part of the day without, like, I didn't put any primer on or anything, so. And you could use a cream if you want, and I do sometimes, but this is just so much faster. So I'll just go the perimeter, or the upper perimeter of my face, I guess, just to look like I've been outside, like I said. And yeah, looks good. I think when it comes to doing your bronzer, the lighting's really important, because some days I've like walked in, or I'll like go to the bathroom at work and I'll look in the mirror, I'm like, it's a little too harsh, but it's fine. I don't think anyone there cares, so it doesn't really matter. And then to kind of set the blush, I use a powder blush. I use the Milani Luminoso, because I feel like a lot of people love this shade. It's just so like, it's shimmery and kind of corally, and I think it looks really flattering with my skin tone. So I'll just do that in the same areas and kind of everywhere. And looks good. And you can see, like, sometimes I don't get this spot covered up all the way, and you totally could with the concealer. I just don't really care most days because it's just not that important to me. But you could totally add more concealer if you needed to. And then I set my under eyes with some powder. Just use the Fit Me pressed powder, as you've seen. And I've just been using the little spongy thing that comes with it. It works well, and I don't have to go get a sponge wet or anything, which is nice and saves me time. So moving on to eyeshadow. I bought this Too Faced palette a while ago, and I really like it. I've been trying to do more like cool tone eyeshadow on myself because I think it's more flattering. And this is what I did yesterday, and I really liked how it turned out. So I just kind of mixed just with my finger, I'll take this shimmery shade, this one, and this one. And I don't think I picked up, I don't remember. Or maybe I did these three. I don't know, but I'll very lightly like kind of tap my finger into it. I don't rub my finger, so I'm not picking up too much product. And just kind of spread it all over my eye. And then mix it with this shade instead, because I don't want it too dark. But I feel like this kind of looks like how like cream eyeshadows or like liquid eyeshadows, and you put them on and they're super shimmery. And after you blend them out, they're really not that, it's very subtle, I feel like. And I feel like this gives the same effect, and it's just so easy. Don't even need a makeup brush for that. I mean, I don't know if you can really see. It might look a little bit lighter because of the window right here, but if I look in my mirror, I can see like it's just a nice wash of color. And I'll just blend it with my finger. Which, I mean, I like using makeup brushes, but this is super easy. And then I'll just go in with just the two shimmers and put it on my lid. And I just like how subtle this is. I feel like it kind of makes your eyes pop. So I'm happy with that now. It's just a nice subtle wash of color. And now I'll take just these two on a little brush and just sweep it under my eye to tie it all together. And how easy was that? And usually this is much quicker, but I'm talking, so it's taking me a little bit longer. Here's a brush. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna use the same brush. I'll take a little bit of highlighter. This one I've had from Fenty Beauty since I think the brand opened, which probably isn't good, but it shows you how much I use highlighter. I'll stick that in my inner corners and my brow bone. Very subtle. And I'll put a little bit on my nose, because I do like how that looks. Okay, so we're almost done. It's so easy. Now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, like squeeze the crap out of my eyelashes to get them to stand up. Because I love long eyelashes, I just don't really have the longest eyelashes. And when you're squeezing, you can kind of like move the curler up a little bit as you go, and I feel like that helps. And then my test is like I look to the side and see if they look like, yeah, they're really up. And then I actually learned this from Alex Earle. Like, waterproof mascara makes your curls, your eyelashes stay curled for so much longer, because I feel like every time I wear regular mascara, my eyelashes just sink back down. And it was like, why'd I even curl them? So this is the trick to keeping them up. And I also really like this mascara, but just the waterproof is what I prefer. This is the Sky High from Maybelline, because it's really, this one's old, so it's kind of running out of product, but it's really buildable. And since it's waterproof, I don't like to do a lot just on like a weekday, because then it kind of takes a while to get off. But typically I'll just do a light coat just so you can like see my eyelashes, and then I'll leave it. I put a little bit more today though. So there are my eyelashes. That's good enough. I'll do a little touch underneath. And there we go. And because it's summertime, I've just been braiding my hair after I wash it, and I like how the waves look. I think I'm gonna go in with a curler and just curl the front pieces for a little more definition. But this has been just like my everyday, excuse my stuff, I'm moving if you didn't, that's so bad. But that's kind of my everyday makeup, just for a boring summer that I'm just ready to be over, to be honest. But thank you for watching if you did, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.